Yo, what is going on, guys? C-Race here, back with another video. So today we're going to be discussing how to efficiently use smoke grenades, and as well as how to efficiently use movement and cover, as well as other tips and tricks that are going to be included in this video. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so for those of y'all that don't already know, this is obviously what a smoke grenade is. So let's say you're holding a smoke grenade. When you go ahead and throw it regular, it's going to go far, and then it's going to eventually, start to spread out and whatnot. But once you double tap it and you try to throw a smoke grenade, it's going to start releasing the smoke instantly, and it's going to be a shorter distance, but it will activate faster. So what I mean by double tap though is when you click the button to throw it, if you want to double tap that button, it's going to activate it where it could even like release in your hand. Same way with the frag, same with the incendiary. If you double tap it, it'll eventually explode in your hand and it could kill you. But obviously the smoke grenade's not going to do that. So when you're choosing your loadout, or you're having an issue with someone camping in a really common spot that you just can't see or shoot, or maybe you don't know where they are, bring a smoke grenade. Or you can actually equip a smoke launcher on your weapon, and you will bring free 2 smoke canisters, whatever, in your backpack. So that's actually very helpful if you do not want to bring, smoke grenades, you want to bring frags or incendiaries, or you just don't have the points for them. That's actually very helpful. So here's a clip of me using smoke grenades effectively. As you can see, this one I am just tapping and it's going to go much farther, but it will obviously release slower. And then you see the second one here, I'm actually double tapping it and it's going to go way faster. And then this right here is the smoke launcher that I brought a heavy carrier, and I have 3 of them actually, so that's pretty beneficial. So I cannot stress this enough though, when you are using smoke, you must throw it on the enemy, not in front of your face. People will throw smokes literally in front of their face just to run through the smoke and die, because it's silhouetting your body like a white canvas in the background. You're not even using no cover, nothing. You're literally throwing a smoke and running through it just to die. So if you can't actually throw smoke on the enemy, you could use the smoke launcher too to get way closer. But if you only have the canisters, just go ahead and throw it as close as you can, or as best as you can. Now, if you actually have to cross somewhere, just go ahead and throw it down instantly. Wait for it to pile up and then cross, as needed. But other than that, let's get straight into the movement. Alright y'all, so for the movement, when you're running, you're going to be running out of stamina and it's going to be harder to aim. Now, you don't want to be running around everywhere because it will be harder for you to aim your gun. But it's actually, very helpful to run and get to a better position or whatever you're trying to do. But the thing is, you don't want to hug a wall with a backpack either, because it could actually show through the wall and give away your position. As you see in this clip right here, how I'm weapon bashing when I'm running. That's a little kind of advanced tip, is to bash your weapon as you're running and then jump. You kind of get a speed boost. But you guys should definitely practice crouch jumping. That's one of the main things to get to nicer positions, or jumping to different positions. Overall, just very helpful. Alright, so when you're leaning, you don't want to over peek. You might see some instances in this video that I'm showing right here as I'm talking that I'm not over peeking, or maybe I do, that's my bad. But overall, you want to peek only what you can handle, that you're trying to clear in that time frame, because once you know that little area that you've seen is clear, you can widen your reach and then try to clear that whole area. But yeah, those are just some simple things that you should definitely focus on. Overall, it's really not too much to describe, other than, for example, let's say you're peeking a corner and you're standing up. If that guy sees you and you haven't killed him either, you want to crouch and then re-peek that corner, because maybe they're only solely focusing on where they seen you last, and they're not gonna notice you crouching in a couple seconds and re-peeking that corner, because their sights will be focused, like maybe near chest level, and they might miss your head, or they might headshot you. Either way, you know, at least it's a better movement, and that is also what the military use in real life. You know, overall it is still a video game, but it is a tactic that works. All right, so now overall, bringing everything together, the smoke and movement can both go hand to hand. So for example, let's say you guys are running in a team of 4. You know, that's 8 smoke canisters if you guys are all running smoke launchers, because if you have a light carrier, or if you don't, I'm pretty sure you still get 2 smoke canisters to shoot. But anyways, that's still 8 canisters that you guys can possibly have to easily, you know, conceal enemy sight lines or continue to push up. So if you guys are using those gradually, it's very effective. For example, you know, you could be pushing on the bridge and then smoke, and then reload in the smoke, push up through the smoke and shoot another one ahead, and then keep going. That way it keeps momentum. And when you guys are playing command, you know, I get it, you guys want to call in a strafe, you probably want to call in the Apache, but calling in smoke is actually highly underrated, because all you got to do is point and click on the objective, and it covers the whole objective with smoke, which is highly effective, you know, to block the enemy team, especially if they're not that advanced. You know, people start panicking, they're just sitting on objective camping, and all of a sudden they can't see nothing. You know, they're not going to think to run around and flank and try to block you guys from coming in. They might not even have a mask, you know, so bringing a mask as well as smoke is highly effective as well, you know, to shoot smoke on the objective or call smoke on the objective or even on another player. That way you could hear where they are, because, you know, they're going to be coughing. So maybe you can get a lucky shot off, or you could just simply run up to them and kill them. Done. Cap the objective. On to the next one. Let's get it. Alright, so y'all, taking it back to movement. You guys, when you're moving and you're getting shot at, you know, you don't have to always crouch down or switch angles in the area. You could always, you know, flank the other way or completely retreat and flank to another side, because you don't always have to face them head on. You know, you can control how you're going to push. You know, you can control your posture, you can control your movement, your speed, whatever. It just depends on how patient you're willing to be. Because, you know, maybe you're getting shot at, you could pop smoke instantly and then go ahead and flank around. Maybe they think you're going to push, or maybe they're just going to stare at the smoke thinking you're going to push as well. So just be unpredictable, and you should be able to easily dominate the battlefield. So overall, I hope these ideas are able to help you guys, you know, advance through. Maybe you're playing push, maybe you're playing domination or frontline. Overall, these can help in mainly push and frontline. I consistently play push, and these are some tips and tricks that can highly be effective for push, because, you know, the enemy's going to be hunkered down and they're going to be locked in, and you can easily block, you know, the gunner, the marksman, whatever it is, whoever's camping or whatever they're doing that is messing up your flank, or maybe you're pushing straight on. Simply smoke. Highly effective. You know, the whole team pushing in, fast cap, on to the next one. But, you know, this is something you guys can always experiment with. You can figure it out, but these are some pointers to help you guys be on the right track, you know, on the right road to success, because there's not a whole lot of competition we see in SANDSTORM, really, because people are playing so silly, you know, they're not really finding a good tactic. So I hope this can help you guys succeed and get those fast caps onto the next objective. So best of luck, y'all.